take the hit, take the hit, take the hit. Welcome back to FPL Take the Hit. You're here with Mick and Joff. Today we are doing our Game Week 25 preview, our quickfire Joffy, Game Week 24, double game week. We're in the midst of it right now. We're recording this just before the Liverpool-West Ham game, so we still don't know the fate of that, the outcome of that. So I'm sitting here with Triple Captain Mane. Let's jump straight into it, mate. Let's get into form focus, Joff. Who have you got? Who's hot in form right now for you, mate?
So I've got someone who I took out before his 21 point kind of double haul. He got 13 and then 8. Jimenez is amazing form. He's in ridiculous form, and he's just a player that you can just put him in your team, leave him in your team. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter who he plays. Like, I know his fixtures look pretty hard in the next few weeks. Yeah, with all those bit of redness. There's three difficult fixtures out of his next 4, but that doesn't fool me anymore, man. I mean, I'm still disappointed I took him out. I think that was a definite mistake, but get him straight back. And who else is in the form focus, Mick?
For me, it's a man I brought in a couple weeks ago, Bobby the Teeth Firmino. This guy, he really hasn't lived up to that centre forward, that centre forward position for a team that's going to win the title yet. So he really needs to start banging in some goals. He's only scored 8 so far this season, which is not enough for me. Even though he's got these absolute stars, flanking him either side. But I think over the next, the next 6 game weeks for me it's for me, and it's for me. No, it's his time, Joff. It's his time. They've got Southampton, Norwich, West Ham, Watford, Bournemouth, and I think after these next 6 games, the title will pretty much be mathematically over. I mean, they're already 6 games ahead of City at the moment, so it's coming to that time where it's going to tick over to the point where the maths are going to take over. It's going to be done and dusted. So Firmino's going to start banging in goals before he starts getting arrested for Champions League games, which are going to actually matter to Liverpool. It is time for him to start doing it, and he does lead the line when it comes to stats for any forward in the last 4. He's had 16 goal attempts, which is the most out of any forward in the last 4. So he's doing the business right
Pretty
now.
good.
And I mean, if you didn't get him in for the double game week, maybe think about it. I mean, he's at a good price, under 10 million. He's a great Vardy replacement if you want to get rid of Vardy, but Vardy looks like he's going to be declared fit. So even as somewhere to move Mane from Mane if you want to keep another Liverpool player. All right, mate, why don't we get into our top transfers in for game week 25, Joff? Who are you looking at?
Just straight up, Sergio Aguero. I mean, 6 goals in 3 games, a hat-trick. He got 20 points, 13 points, and then 4 points off the bench. So when Aguero's in form, you got to consider him. You got to look at him. I know that there could be a bit of resting and a bit of rotation. They're in every cup that there is, and they're basically out of the actual cup that actually matters to them, the Premier League. Obviously, Guardiola basically came out and said that he wants to continue the Premier League form in all the other competitions. So I think that Aguero could be one to own. I know that again they're not really playing for much because it's basically second spot now because the title is done. But I just like when he's in form and he gets points. So Sergio Aguero for me is one to look at for the top transfers in. And who else are we looking at, Mick?
Mate, I've gone for Mohamed Salah. Only for those people out there that don't currently own him. I'm one of them, so this one does hit close to home. But it's a great Mane replacement, obviously, if Mane is out long-term, which we don't know yet. That's what I'm thinking. And even if you just don't own Salah, the fixtures that I read out for Firmino are just as good for Salah. He plays for the same team. So Mohamed, he's definitely someone to look at. He leads the midfielders in the last 4 game weeks. Shots inside the box, 15. So that's 5 more than the closest rival, which is Mahrez and Mane. So Salah's he seems to hit that form and he's holding on to it. So he's one to definitely look at if you want to bring in someone for game week 25. Home fixture against Southampton. Why not?
Super Salah.
Let's move on to it's time to go, mate.
Well, this one here, I mean, it's a no-brainer because Lloris is back. But Gazzaniga, he saved a penalty, got 14 odd points in the previous game to for the Spurs, and obviously, Lloris dispossessed him, and so Gazzaniga, it's pretty simple. He's lost his spot. Lloris is back. He's the captain. Get rid of Gazzaniga, anyone that owns him, and most likely, he will be back only if there's another injury. And who else are you looking at here, Mick?
Yeah, mine's pretty self-explanatory as well. I'm saying Sadio Mane if he is actually declared out. you're gonna have to get rid of him because you can't have 12.3 million to sit on your
Yeah.
bench. It could have been Vardy, but it looks like Vardy is going to be declared fit for game week 25, so that's great for Vardy owners out there. But yeah, if we do get the word from Klopp that Sadio's out, you're going to have to move him on. Unfortunately, after everything he's done for us this season, it's a very sad that he had to get injured in the 30th minute of the first game of a double game week as well. That one hurts us slightly. All right, mate, let's move on to our punts of the week. Joff, who you got for your punt of the week, game week 25?
I've gone for my old mate, Mr. Pukki, the Pukki Partey. So he's got back-to-back goals. I feel like he's starting to get that form that he can score against anyone. I don't know that they're basically penalties, but at the end of the day, it's a goal's a goal and a striker's a striker. So form is form, and he's up against a team here that like to leak a bit of goals as well in Newcastle. And the last time that he played Newcastle early in the season, I actually put him in that week. He scored a hat-trick. So who knows? I mean, back-to-back hat-tricks against the same team. I've seen it done before, probably by Sergio Aguero. And who else are we looking at here in the punt, Mick? Who's your punt?
Mate, mine's a really left field one. It's for the extravagant the betters out there, the punters that really want to get one on their mates, and just a real differential, 0.7% owned, plays for Newcastle of all teams, Mr. Almiron. Now they're playing Norwich at home, so Miguel, mate, he scored 2 goals this season. Both have came in the last 8 game weeks. So he scored a goal away to Wolves not very long ago. So he has broken his duck, and he is looking like the player that they actually purchased, back in the last season, where he could get on the goal sheet more often. So
Yeah.
Almiron this week at home to Norwich. It's a good week to bring him in if you want a 1-week punt. Why not Miguel Almiron?
Could work.
All right, let's move on to our captain choices for game week 25. Who are you looking at for your captain choice this week, mate?
I mean, I'm just looking at Salah. I just think that he should get another start again. And Southampton at home, it's just a tasty little fixture there. I don't know. I feel like Salah's a really good option. He scored 4 in his last 4 at home. I think that form, like home form, is probably what I'm looking at here. But I don't know. Who are you looking at? I mean, even if you don't bring in Salah, like who would you consider?
Yeah, well, definitely, if I do bring in Salah, I will be looking at him for sure. For me, it's a bit of a toss-up. I've got it currently sitting on Jamie Vardy. Just as soon as I found that he's been declared fit, I'm thinking straight back on him at home to Chelsea. It looks like a good fixture. My vice at the moment is currently on Kevin De Bruyne. I like that away fixture to Tottenham. I think City are going to be fired up for it, and Spurs haven't been able to keep a clean sheet of late. So I think that's a decent shout there. But besides that, I mean, you can, that's. I like Firmino. I mean, depending on what happens in this double game week fixture against West Ham, Firmino could be another option. He's got some really good form at the moment. All of it has been away from home, so home game to Southampton might not be the best case. But aside from that, that's where my head's at the moment, mate.
It is a tricky one this week, isn't it? Actually, it's one of those weeks again. You're like, oh, who does it land on? But I just feel that, probably a Liverpool player it will end up on anyway.
Yeah, it seems pretty safe, mate. Yeah. That about does it, Dov. So thank you for everyone for joining us for this Game Week 25 Quickfire preview. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, give us a like and hit that subscribe button, mate. And we'll be back with our next bit of content very, very soon.
That's it. Thank you very much for joining in, guys.
All right, guys. As we said, FPL take the hit. Always remember to stay positive.
Keep chasing them green eyes, guys.
Thanks, guys. Ciao.
Ciao.
Take the hit.